This is a somewhat rare Harley Davidson shirt. It's a Tory Richard design, extra large, embroidery over the pocket, and the design incorporates the bar and shield of Harley Davidson. But I think the salmon color was a bit off-putting for your big tough bikers, and this sat forever for $80, so I finally took a half-price offer of $40. I paid $5 for it at a garage sale. This is an HO gauge slot car. It's a Corvette, glow in the dark. And this came along with a set that was actually just part of a row at the auction that I got for $2. So I separated the cars out. I have another Corvette slot car in red for sale as well. This sold for $20. This is a multifaceted green glass and brass candlestick. Very ornate. This was just in an auction box lot. Probably paid a couple dollars for, and it sold for $30. This is the volume pot off the Marantz receiver that I'm dismantling and selling the parts off of. Just this one little part sold for $30. I think it's just been sitting around in my basement for a long time before I finally got around to selling these parts and getting $20–$30 a pop. This is a Homedics neck massager, kneading shiatsu neck massager. When I picked this up at an auction, I was on the other side of the room when I saw it put up for auction, and all I could see was this, or this is what stood out, and I thought it was one of those massagers where you have a couple of handles with two hands and you push down on it on people's backs and whatnot. And I know those sell real well. I would normally not buy a neck massager because I don't think they sell as well, but this one did sell after a month, and it sold on Trugether for $30. I think I paid $5 for it at the auction. Another small speaker sold from the pair that I found on the side of the road. Those were Pioneer speakers with pretty bad cabinets. So if you ever run across somebody just giving away some crappy looking speakers, do a little research. You might find some money in them. This little tweeter, got it all set for shipping, sold for $20. This is a Yamaha turntable. Very nice looking turntable. It's one of the 11 that I bought. And this sold for $300. It's very simple. It's just a belt drive. No automatic features at all on it. The kicker was that the cartridge it came with was a very expensive one. So I replaced it with this Shure cartridge, and I have that expensive cartridge up for $500. Hopefully that'll sell soon too. This is an Akai turntable. It's a little bit less expensive or less quality than some of the others I've sold, but it's still pretty nice, even though Akai isn't that well known for their turntables. This one is real clean. I had to order a new stylus for the cartridge, and the dust cover is pretty gouged up. But it only took a few days, and this sold for $180. This is turntable number 4, sold out of the 11 I bought. This is a pair of Jensen speakers that came out of the Pilot console stereo that I tore apart and have sold all the pieces. These are special design Jensen loudspeakers. Apparently they're quite collectible or valuable to those building their own speakers, or perhaps replacing speakers in vintage cabinets. And this pair sold for $130. I found this big Alabama sweatshirt at a yard sale for about 50 cents. And I thought, well, this is kind of weird. I mean, the lettering goes into the arms on both sides. It's just huge. It's got the Crimson Tide logo on it, and it's made in the USA. But the size tag had faded, so I measured it out, and I think it was a 2XL. And I put it up for a lot of money. Now this was back in the fall of 2015, so I've had it well over a year, but it finally sold for $100. What do you think of that, kitty? This is a pair of Danner Kestrel boots. Waterproof Gore-Tex, very nice, very expensive when they're new. I actually sold these once before on a best offer of $90, but they were returned for size, and now that was a couple months ago, and they just sold again for $110, so let's hope they fit. This is a double deck of Congress playing cards featuring some automobiles. Actually, if you can tell, they're unopened, just a little tear in the cellophane. Nice case. I thought this would go for a lot of money, but I've had it for over a year. Finally took a $12 offer, and it's going to, of all places, Australia. Big card collectors over there, or swap card collectors. This Pioneer turntable was sort of the crown jewel in the 11 turntables I bought. It's a very nice direct drive quartz lock model with a real nice cartridge on it as well. And I got an offer this morning of $400. I had it priced at $500. And I'm moving at the end of the month, so I decided I'll counter with $450, even though I'm pretty sure I could get $500 if I held out. But I'd rather ship it out than move it to my new house. Avoid any damage that way. This is a vintage bicycle bag. Looks like it was either meant for the handlebars or maybe the back of the seat. It's in pretty good condition. A little bit damp inside at one time, but everything was disclosed on the listing, and this was just $2 at a garage sale, and it sold for $35. This is another part off that Marantz that I'm parting out, Marantz stereo. This is the balance slider switch. Now the unit did not work, but if you know how to use a multimeter, it's easy to check whether or not the parts are working like this. And if you ever run across a Marantz that's not working and you can get it for $20 to $40, buy it. It seems that they are so worthwhile in keeping running that people will pay up for these small parts. This part went for $30. Now I'm just vaguely familiar with FMR, but when I saw this, I grabbed it. It was when I bought a bunch of stereo equipment over a year ago, and the guy that was cleaning out the estate or selling the items from the estate said I could have whatever I wanted. And so I grabbed this thinking, this is the very first issue, number 0. Somebody might be interested in this. And sure enough, it took quite a while, but it sold for $20. Who else can spot 70s vintage stuff from across the room? I saw this at a garage sale and walked right up to it. 75 cents for this dartboard. And it looks like it's never been used. And it sold for $30. This is a brand new sealed up Linda Ronstadt 8-track tape. This is from her hand-sewn, homegrown recordings. Columbia House. I'm sure this is probably part of a 8 tapes for a penny promotion they used to do in the 70s. Suck people in and overcharge them for a required amount of purchases. But this I found at a flea market basement, and just rooting around through the tapes, I found a number of sealed up tapes, and most of them seem to be these Columbia House, so people got them and just didn't get around to listening to them. This sold for $20, and I paid just $0.25 for it.